It hasn't continued that history, but it has continued the sleaziness. That is not let up in the slightest.
What do you mean by that?
Oh man, it's just like girls' bars, izakaya.
Wait, what's a girls' bar?
So a girls' bar is this place where a guy can go throw all his salary away, literally just talking to a girl and having a drink.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating when I say you're throwing your salary away, because it's like I've been there one time.
Okay.
So I had a friend who he lived in Osaka, so he was Korean.
Okay.
And so he just turned 20 years old, and he came up to visit me in Tokyo. And I asked him, I'm like, you're 20 years old now, dude. Where do you want to go? I'll pay. Whatever you want to do. Very first suggestion is like, I want to go to a girls' bar.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? This kid wants to do it, so let's go. And so we show up, and we go to this girls' bar, and there was a Chinese and a Filipino girl that came and sat next to us, and they were nice.
How old were they?
Oh, God. The Filipino girl was probably about 34.
Okay.
Chinese girl is probably like 22.
Okay.
And they're young girls. That's the idea. They're supposed to be young and attractive, right? And so we go in there, and I noticed that they're immediately like, you have to buy us a drink. I'm like, well, you freaking work here. What do you mean I have to buy you a drink? All right, I'll play your game. Kid wants to come here, so I'll go. And so we're buying drinks, and I noticed that there's no clocks or windows. It's a very dark place, and they won't tell you how much anything costs.
Okay.
You can't be like, how much is this? Okay. And be like, oh, don't worry about it.
There's no prices on the menu or something?
They will eventually show you like a menu if you go talk to the bartender, but if you talk to the girls, they won't tell you how much anything is.
Okay.
I don't know if that's deliberate, but
it definitely is deliberate.
Yeah. So anyways, we were there for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay?
The two of you.
Two of us. Guess how much it costs?
I don't know, $100? $200.
It was $175.
What?
The equivalent.
For 45
minutes. $175.
And all you did was just talk.
All we did is talk.
Was it a fun conversation?
I'll be honest, they were entertaining.
Yeah.
It's their job to be entertaining, so I would hope that they're good. You know, they're very friendly. Of course, they sit close to you and everything, but they had some nice conversations. So you eventually get the receipt, and it's like, dude, we gotta go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And so I got my receipt, and a single beer.
Yeah.
$30.
What?
$30.
$30
for a single beer.
What?
Yeah.
Was there like an entrance fee or something like that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there is an entrance fee, but they typically don't tell you about that.
Okay.
There's like a million different little fees. There's like beer fee, there's entrance fee, and then they charge by depending on the place. This place charged by every half hour.
Okay.
So we got charged for a full hour, even though we were only there for 45.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
sounds awesome.
I can't think of a single reason why you would ever like really want to go there.
Yeah. That's something that really surprised me, right? So like, like in the States, right? I mean, I've never been, but strip clubs are like, there are lots of strip clubs around,
sure.
Right? And like, there's prostitution and stuff. But in Japan, there's like this whole industry where all you do is just talk, or like, it's not really clear what happens. And like that whole, I remember when someone was explaining to me the concept of girls bar, because, when you go to the bar area with all the izakaya, and you have all these girls bars, and these young kind of cute girls are out there, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so what's this? And they're like, oh yeah, they just talk to you. Like,
Yeah, I was really surprised about it too, because I mean, maybe this is just Western culture. It's like you assume that like, okay, well, if you're paying for services with like a member of the opposite gender, then there's usually some kind of assumption of sex.
Yeah.
Or some kind of service involved with that. But this is, I mean, you can find places like that here, but this is just purely talking.
Yeah.
And it's like you can even take it a step further. It's like how many cafes, like girls' cafes that exist.
Yeah. Like maid cafes, right?
Yeah, they like guys just show up and, just talk to a girl.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's another thing that I thought was amazing is like girls dressing up in like maid costumes and you're paying really expensive drinks and they'll like play games and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just kind of like that. You know, I've never been to a girls' bar. I've never been to a maid cafe. I've never been to like a kabakura, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand. Actually, yeah, there was one time when I did. So I had a friend who's like a millionaire. And he was like, yeah, dude, show me the best places in Japan. Those kind of places. I'm like, okay. So I took him to like a kabakura place, which is like a step up above girls' bar where you can like a little bit more than maybe second base or whatever. But I was just like, man, this costs like $200, $300 for like almost just like talking pretty much. And it's like,
yeah,
why?
Yeah.